Alright, this should be the final update on my hood, latch, and pin video. I took it all apart to finalize a few things. This is the inner plate I was talking about in the last video. I had to relieve it to fit, up here for the hood latch, the secondary latch rather. There's the two bolt holes for it. And there's the center pin goes right here. And there's the two wires I talked about that I couldn't find last time. They got a little tucked away inside the hood right here. So I decided to make an outer plate. I was going to have the spring index on the plate, would have been right around here. Problem was the spring was too stiff for this fiberglass hood, so I took it off. I do like the idea of having an inner and outer plate to sandwich this thing. I mean, it's only 1/8 thick fiberglass. And I had to relieve it for the secondary latch to bolt through, so you take some strength out. By putting a plate in, you sandwich up till here again, so you really only have a little hole there to deal with. It makes it stiffer. The outer plate is aluminum, nice and light. The inner plate is steel, so I can weld nuts to it. I welded little nuts, 1/4 inch nuts on the left side, and the stud is a 1/2 inch fine thread. So now when I bolt this thing together, this will go on the inside, this will go on the outside, and it'll lay right over it, and then it'll bolt together with these sexy little bolts I found with small heads. So that's how it'll work. It all goes together nice. If I need to take it back out, like I did now, I just pull on these cords and pull it out through here. Slides into here and just pull it out through there. Bonk. And that's it. I got my pins all set. I finished those yesterday. Came out great. They're factory 70 to 72 hood pins. I chipped the chrome, of course, because I'm a fucking hack. Oh well. The aluminum buckets my buddy made at the machine shop. You can't really see through here anymore. But whatever. All I did was I drilled and tapped the bottom of the bucket to accept a 1/4 28 Allen head screw. I was trying to use stainless so it wouldn't rust. That's all I had. Those stainless with little Allen heads. They're kind of sexy and dressy. So this retainer goes through the hood. Pin goes through that, and these two bolts go into the bottom of this aluminum bucket my friend Herbie made for me. And the bottom of the bucket is 1/4 inch thick, so plenty of meat to grab with the screws. So that'll lock the bucket to the hood. It'll lock the retainer through the hood to the bucket. So this shit can't come out. There's no way. I mean, there's a little cut they put right there to allow the pin to be installed. Index through the hole. There it is. But I took the pin out. Just to make it easier to take it in and out a few times. I had to test fit this thing a shitload of times. So these are locked in. This is locked down. These work fine. The only thing I'll tell you about these are Reproduction hood pin brackets. And, they're just punched out in a hut somewhere in China, I'm sure. And what they screwed up on was, you can't really see them. If I get the camera in there, maybe you can see it. Can you see it? Let's see. Yeah, there you go. There's a little tab right there. Is it right there? It's right there. There's a tab right, where's my finger? There's a tab right there. And there's one on the opposite side over here. Yeah, because when the pin goes in, where's my finger again? I keep losing my finger. Where the fuck is my hand? There it is, okay. So there's the hole, right? So the pin goes in, and you turn it. And it has a cross pin in it going this way. When it goes in, it has to stop. So this one here are the stops. So when you go, so there's one there, you go this way. They hit. Problem is, the stops are a little bit too wide. So when the hood pin is turned, with these Reproduction jobs, starts out like this, say. And you turn it, and they stop like there. Well, that's not 90. It looks like shit, and I want a little more positive attention. I'm just going to file them a little bit. I'll grind them with a carbide cutter, so they'll turn 90. That's it. No big deal. It just bothered me. And, if all I'm relying on is these hood pins to keep my hood down, I better make damn well sure these things latch well. I mean, luckily, I hedged my bets by having the stock pin and latch and the secondary latch. So, you have to lose that one, and these two guys to have this thing blow up in my face. So hopefully the chance of it is nil, but just to be on the safe side. You ever have a hood blow open on you? I have. It's not fun. So to minimize that, I made sure I had 4 levels of retention. 2 pins and 2 latches. So that's that. Okay. These things also, it's a 69, so I had to reshape this one. It didn't fit with the shit for some reason. I had to make a bracket to bolt this leg on. Had to shim it out a little bit right there. I had to modify this thing so it sunk deeper. This side fit a lot better. I don't know if it was because of where I put the hood pin on that side. I tried to make it equidistant left to right, so maybe I screwed up. Maybe the radiator support is tweaked. Maybe it doesn't work well with these latch pin things. I don't know. I know a friend of mine has a 69 with a ram air hood, and he never told me any problem with it, but I never really asked. So anyway, that's been my pitfalls with this. So I'm ready to throw it together for the last time. So I'll do all that, and I will video that, and I'll paint it, and then done. Peace out. Okay, we're done. Plate is all bolted on. I painted it nice and spiffy. 3 bolts that retain the inner plate to the outer plate, plus that big stud for the hood latch, and that one too goes through the inner plate, so it's sandwiched really well. These pins are all done. Everything lines up well. It's adjusted well. That's it. That's the whole deal. You can close it. It's like a steel hood. Spin these babies. I only do it left-handed. You see what I mean about the pins. I adjust them so they sit 90 degrees. Before I modified it, they sat like that. It sucks. That looks like shit. This looks much better. See, it sits 90 degrees, 12 to 6. Perfect. So it ain't going anywhere now, I don't think. Boy, if it does, I don't know what else I can do. I gotta put the center tooth on now, the chrome trim. But by and large, it's done. All new rubber gizmos on the sides. The bumper in the back. And these are all new. The adjustment studs are new. The one in the back is new. They're all new, all cleaned up, all wiped down. Blew the engine off, all the fiberglass dust everywhere. Next thing to do is put the tooth on in the middle, the chrome trim. And this winter I'll put the turbo crap back on it and see if I can make it fast again. I just put the carburetor on it because it just didn't run right. And as I said in my last video, I had a starting problem all summer, last summer. That's fixed now, so that's right up. So, oh, I had to take the spring out too. It was just too springy. It was made for a steel hood, so it was way too stiff. When you push the hood closed, man, you can really feel it fighting you, so. Oh well, I tried. Yeah, it made me make this outer plate nice and long, so I feel better about that, sandwiching it all together, giving it some strength. Yeah, I'm always worried about these things breaking off. I had to relieve it for this piece right here, which I believe is part of the 70 hood latch. I want to say the 70 has a post that comes up and grabs this thing. The bolts on here, maybe? I forget. I had a 70 a long time ago with a fiberglass hood, and I do recall that being part of it, but it doesn't do anything on a 69, so I just relieved around it. I could have just ground it off, but then it would have had, more holes in this thing and more weakness, so I'm fine with it. That's it. This project is done. Thanks for watching. See ya.